What are some major themes in the Quran?
There are many themes and ideas explored in the Quran, but the major ones include
The oneness of God.
Allah says in the Quran, chapter 114, verse 1, "Say, O Prophet, He is Allah, one and indivisible."
The importance of worship and obedience to God.
Allah says in the Quran, chapter 22, verse 77, "O believers, bow down, prostrate yourselves, worship your Lord, and do what is good, so that you may be successful." Allah also says in the Quran, chapter 4, verse 69, "And whoever obeys Allah and the Messenger will be in the company of those blessed by Allah, the prophets, the people of truth, the martyrs, and the righteous. What honorable company!"
The existence of an afterlife and the day of judgment.
Allah says in the Quran, chapter 2, verse 28, "How can you deny Allah? You are lifeless and He gave you life. Then He will cause you to die, and again bring you to life. And then to Him you will all be returned." Allah also says in the Quran, chapter 40, verse 59, "The hour is certainly coming, there is no doubt about it. But most people do not believe."
Guidance and wisdom for leading a righteous and moral life.
Allah says in the Quran, chapter 2, verse 38,
We said, "Descend all of you. Then when guidance comes to you from me, whoever follows it, there will be no fear for them, nor will they grieve."
Allah also says in the Quran, chapter 2, verse 169, "Allah grants wisdom to whoever He wills. And whoever is granted wisdom is certainly blessed with a great privilege. But none will be mindful of this except people of reason."
The creation of the universe and all living things.
Allah says in the Quran, chapter 21, verse 30, "Do the disbelievers not realize that the heavens and earth were once one mass, then we split them apart? And we created from water every living thing. Will they not then believe?"
The role of prophets and revelation in guiding humanity.
Allah says in the Quran, chapter 7, verse 158, "Say, O Prophet, O humanity, I am Allah's messenger to you all. To Him alone belongs the kingdom of the heavens and the earth. There is no God worthy of worship except Him. He gives life and causes death. So believe in Allah and His messenger, the unlettered prophet, who believes in Allah and His revelations, and follow Him, so you may be rightly guided." Allah also says in the Quran, chapter 10, verse 57, "O humanity, indeed, there has come to you a warning from your Lord, a cure for what is in the hearts, a guide, and a mercy for the believers."
The consequences of good and evil actions.
Allah says in the Quran, chapter 42, verse 22, "You will see the wrongdoers fearful of the punishment for what they committed, but it will be inevitable for them. Whereas those who believe and do good will be in the lush gardens of paradise. They will have whatever they desire from their Lord. That is truly the greatest bounty."
The significance of social justice and fairness.
Allah says in the Quran, chapter 4, verse 135, "O believers, stand firm for justice as witnesses for Allah, even if it is against yourselves, your parents, or close relatives, be they rich or poor. Allah is best to ensure their interests, so do not let your desires cause you to deviate from justice. If you distort the testimony or refuse to give it, then know that Allah is certainly all aware of what you do." These themes are interwoven throughout the Quran and serve as a guide for believers on how to live their lives in accordance with the will of God. Subscribe for more content like this.